March 30th, 2026. Ukraine War. Operational and diplomatic picture. Diplomacy versus battlefield reality. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has proposed an Easter ceasefire, April 12th, and signaled openness to negotiations in neutral venues such as Turkey or Switzerland. Key constraint: Ukraine refuses troop withdrawal from Donbass, meaning negotiations remain position-based, not concession-based. This suggests Kyiv seeks tactical pause, international legitimacy, military regrouping rather than immediate settlement. Historically, ceasefire proposals during active offensives often function as political signaling rather than imminent peace frameworks. Hell, Northern Kupiansk Front. Information war intensifies. Around Kupiansk, Kashirist claims control of settlements east of Yasko River. Pro-Russian sources themselves question full confirmation. What this likely means operationally: fighting remains fluid. Control may be limited to forward positions, fire control zones, reconnaissance penetration rather than stable occupation. The Yasko River remains a natural defensive line, so verified crossings would represent a meaningful shift. But evidence appears mixed. Mongresho-Kosti and Tenevka sector. Increasingly intense engagements, likely part of Russia's broader pressure campaign toward the Sloviansk-Kramatorsk defensive belt. Zaporizhia direction. Russian maneuvering from Polohai indicates attempts to bypass fortified Ukrainian defenses, preference for maneuver warfare over frontal assaults. Assessment: Russia appears focused on incremental positional gains rather than rapid breakthroughs. Middle East, escalation threshold rising. U.S. Iran confrontation. U.S. President Donald Trump reportedly issued an ultimatum toward Iran involving reopening the Strait of Hormuz, potential strikes on Iranian energy infrastructure. Threats against Karg Island, Iran's primary oil export terminal. Strategic meaning: targeting energy infrastructure equals economic warfare escalation. This would shift conflict from proxy confrontation toward direct strategic coercion. Energy and maritime instability. Reported Iranian actions: attack on an Emirati oil tanker, strikes against regional infrastructure. Effects: oil price volatility, insurance risk spikes in Gulf shipping, potential global inflation pressure. The Strait of Hormuz carries roughly 20% of global oil trade, making it a systemic risk node. Israel-Lebanon front. Israel reportedly expanding a buffer zone in southern Lebanon amid tensions with Hezbollah. Indicators of possible escalation: forward positioning, speculation of early April ground operation, preemptive shaping operations. If a ground offensive begins, expect large rocket exchanges, northern Israeli mobilization, regional proxy activation risk. Taiwan political signaling phase. China inviting Taiwanese opposition figure Chen Li-1 signals a non-military pressure approach. Beijing's likely objectives: influence internal Taiwanese political divisions, promote dialogue with parties favoring reduced confrontation, shape future election dynamics without immediate military escalation. This fits China's pattern of combining diplomatic outreach, economic leverage, persistent military pressure. Key global trend: the world is entering a phase of simultaneous regional crises, where energy markets and alliance credibility link otherwise separate conflicts. The Middle East currently represents the highest short-term escalation probability, while Ukraine remains the most sustained industrial-scale war.